What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Deirdre and we do all things beauty here. So today I have got another mineral sunscreen review for you guys, and today we're looking at Hero Cosmetics. This is a new launch and this one's been around for a while, but we're gonna go through the details of each of them and I'm gonna let you know which one I prefer and which one might be right for you depending on your skin type. So if that sounds good, then stick around and let's get into it. Okay, so before we talk products, a little bit about Hero Cosmetics. Hero was started in 2017 by someone who had acne. And since then, they have launched over 20 products, but all are targeted towards people who are experiencing skin issues. So rosacea, eczema, acne, and in order to fight these skin problems, they have a very gentle approach. So they're not using harsh acids, and because of this more gentle approach to sensitive problem skin, they choose to leave out both fragrance and essential oils from their products, including these sunscreens we're going to talk about, and that is always a good thing to hear for me. All right, friends, let's zoom into the newest launch from Hero Cosmetics. It is the Superbeam SPF 30, and it claims delivers sheer glow with pearl and apricot pigments. Now, I was a little bit hesitant when they mentioned apricot because apricots are orange and we don't like orange sunscreens here. But I will give it to them. Once I blended this in, I could not detect any orange at all. In fact, I would say that this R&R Sun Serum, which is one of my top 5 SPFs, is more orange than the Superbeam from Hero. So, stamp of approval here. It is not detectable on the face. I love this both alone and under makeup. As far as ingredients, I do want to call out that there is niacinamide in here, and I know that can be a problem ingredient for some people. So if that's you, stay away, but otherwise, this is a great sunscreen. Not only does it have niacinamide, but it also boasts a bunch of antioxidants that will help your skin fight free radicals throughout the day, as well as a lot of soothing ingredients such as vitamin E. I also want to say that while this is called the Superbeam sunscreen, I do not find this to be super beaming, okay? So think about the glow screen sunscreen from Supergoop. That is way more glowy than this is. So when I apply this, while I don't find that it lends any coverage, I do think that I notice a general radiance in my skin as well as an evening out of my skin tone. So I do experience some sunspots and I have really intense dark circles, and the peachy tone of this, while it's not detectable like from the face to the neck, you can't tell a difference, I do think that it does something to just nuke out those under eye dark circles, because when you think about it, you're putting peachy tones on to color correct those purple blues, and I think that this does that just a little bit. So I've been loving it under makeup. You'll see in the clip that it just lends this subtle radiance, which I absolutely love, and I haven't seen that it interferes with the longevity of my makeup at all. So this gets an A+ rating from me. I really can't think of anything negative to say about this. It does what it promises. It does not cause acne, no clogging of pores or any irritation of any kind, and it's super easy to apply. You don't need to mess with any fancy application techniques here, which you do have to do for some of my favorite ever SPFs because they are just so thick that it takes a little bit more time and effort to fully rub that into the face. This is absolutely not that way. It's a very lightweight lotion and it spreads super easily over the skin. I also want to mention it layers super nicely. So on one of my testing days, I applied this in the morning, didn't apply makeup over it, and then around noon, I put another 2-3 pumps on, and I did not experience any pilling. Overall, this is a great pickup, well worth the 1.7 ounces for the $19.99, especially if you can snag it for a sale, which I absolutely did because you know I love sales around here. Moving on, next we've got the Force Shield Superlight SPF 30. This is Hero's original sunscreen, and it claims it is ultra breathable, it checks every box, airy light, shine free, and weightless. And this one does not have niacinamide in it, but it does add a green tea extract. So you've still got a lot of great antioxidants to help your skin fight free radicals, as well as some soothing ingredients. And I would say that the texture of this is very similar. It is a lightweight lotion and it has a green tint. The green tint is supposed to help your skin offset any redness that you may be experiencing. I do have some redness, but it's not a major problem of mine. I didn't notice any significant changes in my redness, and if anything, I did notice more of a white cast than a green cast. Keep in mind, that is what I experienced after applying the 3 to 4 pumps that would get me to the correct dosage of 1/4 teaspoon. So if you're not applying quite as much as that, then you might not experience a white cast. But for me, unfortunately, this is not one that I'm comfortable wearing without makeup. So how does it perform with makeup on top? I don't think that it performs badly. However, I can't say that it adds anything to my makeup. It doesn't help with longevity, and if anything, I would say that it does cause my makeup to break up a little bit quicker throughout the day when I wear this. I do wonder if that is also because I do find this one a bit more greasy than the Superbeam sunscreen. For me personally, when something is a bit more greasy and I'm putting makeup on top, it does cause my makeup to kind of just slip and slide a little bit more throughout the day. If you are more on the dry side and you have a lot of redness, which would really benefit from the green tint in here, I think that this is your choice. But for me, I do prefer the Superbeam because I do experience a cast with this. It's not something that I can wear alone without makeup, and I do find that it just doesn't dry down the same way on my skin as the prior one. I might experiment with mixing this with something that is a little bit more tinted. I know that people say that you shouldn't mix your SPFs. However, I'm okay with doing that because all of the filters in my SPFs are zinc. And so those chemicals aren't going to react in the ways that maybe other chemical filters would. So that's how I'm gonna try to play with this and see if I can make it work into my routine. But that being said, I am trying to make it work. Whereas this one, I really just don't have to try. It's effortless, it's easy, and I can wear it any day, makeup or not. So both of these are good choices depending on what your skin type is. If you have more normal skin, I would definitely check this out. I think it adds a little bit something special, especially under your makeup, just a little subtle radiance. And I really do think that it does some work to cancel out these incredible dark circles, okay? Your girl needs help. Both layer really well. I am not experiencing any pilling with either of these, and I do agree that these are acne-prone skin approved. I did not experience breakouts with either of these, and in no way did these irritate my sensitive skin. Verdicts in, I absolutely prefer the Superbeam, but I do want to call out that this is an SPF 30, and if I'm having a more high UV exposure day, if I'm doing more than just being outside to run a few errands and walk the dogs, if I'm gonna be in the sun, if I'm gonna be sweating, I'm gonna use something that's an SPF 50 and that is water resistant, because this is neither one of those things. So in a low exposure, normal day, I'm totally fine with slapping on a few layers of this. But if it's gonna be a more UV heavy day for me, I'm definitely going to be reaching for one of my other sunscreens that I mentioned in my top 5 mineral sunscreens video, and I will link that here. Okay guys, that does it for me. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today, and I hope that I answered all of your questions about these 2 sunscreens. But if I missed anything, let me know in the comments and I will be sure to get back to you. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you in a few days for my next video. Bye!